is energy. The chair that you sit on, the buildings that you see. In fact, we ourselves are energy. And there's even energy between me and my laptop, or me and the wall. The physical items like a chair, they're just more condensed energy. And the energy between me and the laptop that we can't see is more of a fine, smaller molecules. But also what is energy is what we think and what we say. And even our action has an energy. So let's become very aware of what we're actually thinking. Because if you're thinking about a person, maybe you just had a phone call and you don't like what the person said to you on the phone, and you are just thinking, oh, this is ridiculous. How can this person be so bad or unfair? Whatever it might be, whatever negative thoughts you are having, it actually goes into the energy field and it will actually reach that person. And when I say energy field, there is, we are in this big energy grid. So we put our energy into that field, into that grid, but so does everybody else on an individual basis, but also on a collective basis. Maybe you remember, to demonstrate this a bit better or to tell a little, not story, but if you remember the day when Princess Diana died, people were in shock. People were so sad what has happened because she was very loved by the public. And what I actually noticed in the electromagnetic field around the Earth was a great dip. Because everybody, the majority of people on the planet were so sad. So that just kind of demonstrates that we are all kind of connected, and our energy, how we're feeling is energy, gets fed into that field, into the grid, and it actually can be measured, and it gets measured all the time for different kind of reasons. Also, you maybe have heard of group meditation. Group meditation are very effective in supporting a good cause. People gather and they meditate and they focus on sending supported energy. Perhaps to help somebody heal themselves or, heal themselves, supporting themselves, sending support. So that also has been proven that that has an effect. So, and I'm sure you have come across some information about this, or maybe you heard about it at least. So this is why it is important for the world, but most of all for you yourself, to become aware and to know that everything that you think, the words that you use, is energy, and that your thoughts and your words have an effect on your physical being. So just become a little bit aware of that and take responsibility, because you're having an effect on somebody's life or on somebody's energy. But we also can use this for a positive reason, a good reason, for wanting to be part of something bigger and better. Because when you think about it, that your energy, your thought and your words have an effect and go into the energy field, then why not have a positive attitude and positive thoughts and contribute and help for this place to become, for the world to become a better place. And maybe sometimes we think, wow, you know, I don't think that is my purpose, or I haven't found my purpose. But this is a very small way. Small way, does that make sense? Is a good way where you can start to actually make a difference around for yourself, because you will start to feel different. Perhaps you feel what you're doing and your life becomes more meaningful, and then it grows. And because you're giving and you're thinking more responsibly and not kind of willy-nilly, the word comes out, comes up in my mind, firing negative thoughts out and speaking negative words, you actually become aware and use words which form a better, kind of more positive language, expressions. And the same for the thoughts, of course, because you think it first and then you speak it. And be very aware, and you'll be surprised how that will have an effect on the people around you. Because we all have a responsibility. If we want the changes in the world to happen, or if it is just in your immediate world, we have to take responsibility for what we do and say and think, and be kind to ourselves and to the other people. If you manage to be kind to yourself, then that will go out and you will be more kind to other people too. After all, you do not know what the person that you perhaps making judgment about or talking about negatively, you do not know what this person has been through in life, why they respond the way they do, behave the way they do. It doesn't give them an excuse to behave like that, but there's a reason behind it. And maybe they're in the process of learning how to become a different person, the person that they really would like to be. So yeah, become a bit more aware of the energy around you. And isn't it amazing that we actually can make a change or help making changes by just simply being aware of our thoughts and changing our thoughts to more positive thoughts. Now, positive, we cannot have positive thoughts all the time. I do want to say that, but we can choose to think about a situation or become aware and change them to better thoughts and better words. So when I say be positive, I don't mean to be positive, thinking positive all the time. Let me try think of an example that I can give. Oh, okay. There is, when I was about, when was I? Okay, 16 years old, 15, 16 years old. Well, in my days, there was still the time where my mother, when I wasn't behaving quite the way she wanted me to behave, I was grounded. And that weekend I was grounded. I arranged to meet with a young man that used to come to our house and help us out, cut my hair, cut the family's hair. And we were going to, my girlfriend and I, we planned out to go to a disco that night. But because I was grounded, I couldn't go. So I called her and says, can you please tell so-and-so I can't make it because I'm grounded, and really sorry about that, but we can catch up another time. That's fine. My girlfriend agreed to do that. Then a couple of days later, she came and visited me at home, and she says, let's go for a walk. I said, okay, fine. So she says, I've got something to tell you. And I'm like, oh, yes, what is it? Because I could sense that she was a little bit nervous. So eventually she started to tell me, and she started with like, I'm really so sorry. This was not intended, but actually, you know, the boy that you told me to let him know that you were grounded, we became friendly, and we actually kissed, and we want to see each other again. Now, in that moment, my heart sunk. So I thought, okay, she is a very good friend of mine. The boy, I know him, I don't know him that well. And my first reaction was I was gutted. I could feel, you know, getting angry and jealous that she connected with him. But then when I was mulling it all through, instead of like sending her a lot of negative, hard, bitching thoughts, I actually looked at the picture and took it for what it was. And the reality was that I wasn't there, and he, you know, I wasn't there to meet with him, but she was. And if I was supposed to be with him, then I would have been there in the disco with him. So I couldn't punish her with my thoughts or with my words for what has happened. And because of that, I feel that we are still friends today. So it is important when a situation happens to see it for really what it is, and not the meaning that it is for what meaning you give it. But still, have a look at it, at the situation, and work out what it really is. So yeah, even though if you think you haven't got a purpose and you're not contributing to make changes, you actually are, by simply giving out positive, kind thoughts. Be not judgmental. Okay, thank you.